Hi everybody, I just wanted to send out a small video to remind you of a few things from the assessment standpoint. I don't know if any of you are like me, but I suffer from assessment amnesia. If I'm not constantly thinking about it, I forget little details and things like that. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back and remind you how it all began. Remember when we first started out, for the past 30 years or so, we've been doing a bottom-up approach to our assessment. We had been doing course level assessment and reasoning that if the students were passing our courses, then they were learning the things they needed to learn, and our program was doing what it was supposed to do. We didn't even know what the program was supposed to do because we didn't even have a mission statement. So what we decided to do to address this 30-year deficiency was start a mission-based program assessment. And it started with building the framework. Now, mission-based program assessment starts from the top down. It starts with the mission statement first. So where we're going in this video is we're going to talk about the mission, how we establish the goals, the outcomes, the performance indicators, and the curriculum map. All right, what you see here is what we call the framework. Every one of you who has submitted one of these, you will find it in the assessment website or the institutional effectiveness website. They're one and the same. And I wanted to show you how it all put together. The first thing is that we started with was the mission. And the mission is right up here. Once we establish the mission, we establish program goals. Now, the goals have to come from the mission, and the goals are inherently unmeasurable. Notice that they say provide graduates, provide graduates, provide graduates. Those are statements that say what we'll do for the student and what the student will need to learn. From the program goals, we move down to the program outcomes. Program outcomes are what we do to prove that we're meeting our goals and meeting our mission. So you can see the program outcomes under the 1, 2, and 3. These are inherently measurable. They're supposed to be measurable. They're supposed to contain a Bloom's taxonomy action verb, such as upon completion of the program, the student will identify the different aspects of physical education and related fields. Look down here at 3. Upon completion of the program, the student will demonstrate basic treatments of common injuries and illnesses. Now, how do we prove that we're meeting our program outcomes? That's where the performance indicators come in. Performance indicators are A, B, C, and they speak directly to a specific program outcome. So what the faculty of the Hyper Division decided, we got together and we created the mission statement. From the mission statement, we created the goals, and from the goals, we created the program outcomes. And then now we had to figure out performance indicators that defined and supported the outcome. So we decided to define physical education, identify physical education terminology, and identify careers within the physical education and related fields. Notice these are measurable as well. They contain Bloom's taxonomy action verbs. And then you can see 2, and then 3, and 3, and then 3 other performance indicators. All right, here it is all prettied up. It's to show you how things mesh together. We started with the mission statement again. And we defined the goals of the program from the mission statement. So you can see that the purple, provide graduates with an appreciation of the different fields of hyper, matches to promoting an appreciation for the differing fields of health, physical education, and recreation. And the green, provide graduates an appreciation for the importance of the healthy lifestyle, develop an appreciation from appreciation of the importance of a healthy lifestyle is where that comes from. Remember, the goals are unmeasurable. They're what we're going to say we're going to do. Then from the goals, we completed the hyper program outcomes. The outcomes, again, are measurable. The completion of the program, the student will identify. They contain Bloom's taxonomy action verbs. And they speak specifically to the mission and the goals. Once we established our outcomes, then what we did was we went and defined the performance indicators. And the performance indicators that are used to measure how well the students are doing at this program outcome, excuse me, are Bloom's taxonomy action verb related. These things are very specific to the program outcome. You couldn't use these for this program outcome because they don't speak to it. While we're at it, let me speak about measures. Measures are things that we use to measure the completeness, the healthiness of the education that is being given to the students and what the students are learning. This is all about student learning, not necessarily grades. We like to see two measures. In fact, we insist on seeing that you see two measures, one direct and one indirect. Direct measure are those things like tests, papers, demonstrations, things that you can put a rubric to, or you can do an item analysis on. And an indirect measure are things that are inherently unmeasurable. What we like to do in the hyper program is provide surveys, such as if we used program outcome 1 and the performance indicators, we would ask simply, how well do you feel you could define physical education on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being I couldn't do it at all, and 5 is I got this. And that's what we use for our indirect measures. Then comes the curriculum map. Curriculum map on the left side, this is just the curriculum map that we as a community of faculty here at Carl Albert decided on this format. You may see other examples of them, but inherently they're all the same. First, the level of instruction: introduced, reinforced, and advanced. Then we go to the program outcomes. Program outcome 1, program outcome 2, program outcome 3. Then what we do along the horizontal, based upon their position in the recommended course sequence that's found at the end of every degree plan, we place the courses that are in the required courses in major. You can also add courses that are in the approved electives for the major as well. We decided not to in hyper, but I know Allied Health decided to include one of their elective courses in major. Notice how every single square is not filled. Every single square does not need to be filled. We assessed that Intro to Hyper gives an advanced level of learning for program outcome 1. That theory of coaching reinforces that, and the care and prevention of athletic injuries introduces it. We may also notice that there's nothing else in the personal health and wellness. Nothing goes in there. We may mention different physical education related fields in there, but we don't have a specific measure to measure that, so that it's not appropriate to put an A, I, or R in there. Notice that we're looking for horizontal alignment, that each program outcome is assessed at one of the levels in one of the courses, and that we are vertically So what that shows us is that this one course speaks to two different program outcomes. Now, I know some of you have a little heartburn about putting an A, an advanced level of learning here for a community college. That's the lens that you have to look through, is what we consider to be advanced at a community college. It's not advanced at what they will learn at a four-year college. That's for them to make their own maps for. This is our map, and that's the advanced level that we say that they'll learn. So here's the link to your framework and curriculum maps on the institutional effectiveness and assessment page. And these were supposed to be clickable links, but they are not. So let me show you how to where to access these off our website. Okay, the first thing that you do is you go to Carl Albert's homepage, carlalbert.edu. Then from there, you scroll down to Campus Resources. You might want to take a note of this. Click on Campus Resources, and then we come over here to the Assessment and Institutional Effectiveness website. On it, you'll find several different things to look at. Of particular interest, we encourage you to look at all of it, but of particular interest, we want you to look at your program framework and curriculum maps to be aware of what they say and what you say that they'll do. So click on it, and you'll notice that each program is represented in an alphabetical order. So let's scroll down to Health, Physical Education, Recreation Framework. Click it. And it shows a PDF of your framework. This is there for the whole world to see. So yours may look a little different. You may be in a portrait mode. Ours is in landscape mode. That's not a big deal. The big deal is that it contains the mission, the goals, the program outcomes, and the program or the performance indicators, excuse me. So we go back. Underneath the framework, you'll find the map. And the map should show exactly what I've shown before. And again, this is out there for the whole world to see. You can bet that the HLC reviewers are looking at those as we speak if they've not already completed it. So once again, carlalbert.edu, Campus Resources, Institutional Effectiveness and Assessment website, Student Learning Assessment. Also, the assessment process document can be found here, and that is a more detailed view of what I just briefly spoke to you about. So I hope you found this to be enlightening, I guess you could say, that those of you who suffer from assessment amnesia like I do, that it jogged a few of your brain cells. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or Kelly Kellogg, and we'll love to help you out. Thank you.